In today's video, I'm going to be comparing side mount harnesses. I used to dive with a razor, but now I have a brand new Nex Underwater Products side mount harness. Ooh. I'll also go through how I have my current rig set up so that you can see the different options. Vámonos.
Hey, I'm Sarah. This is Abby, and welcome to Azul Unlimited. If you're new here, I'm a scuba instructor, and I moved into my van in 2021 after losing my dive shop in Indonesia due to shutdowns. I've been on the road diving around the US, Canada, and Mexico for the last 2 years, teaching on YouTube along the way.
Before we get into the video, I want to remind you that I have 2 spots left for my KOMODO dive expedition. That's happening this summer in June, so if you want to join me on my first trip back to KOMODO since leaving, I'd love to have you. It's going to be a great trip. I also have dates for my Baja dive expedition in December, and I'm doing a special collaboration with Fins Attached for shark research in Socorro in 2025. So if you want to see the details for any of those trips, check out my website. I just realized that I left my banana peel right here. Shh, you don't see that. Oh my god, instant coffee and peanut butter. This place is kind of a mess. That's van life. What can you do? I was diving with a razor harness for a very long time. I liked it, but I didn't love it. I never recommended it to people to buy, especially as their first side mount harness, because it was really hard for me to set up and fit to myself. And so when Nex reached out and wanted to collaborate, I was really curious. I've tried out a couple of different brands like X Deep, Hollis, Apex, but nothing really grabbed me. I didn't fall in love with any of them. So that's why I'm really excited to share the Nex harness with you guys, just so you have another option to consider when you're looking into side mount rigs. I'm gonna move this so that we can actually see what I'm talking about here. I have this hung up in my door. I don't have a lot of space in here to work with. We're gonna make it happen. Let's just start with the webbing. Nex is made from Cordura. I don't know if that's how you pronounce it, Cordura webbing. What I really like about it is that it's easy to work with. It's easy on your hands. Things slide easier. So if you have sliding D-rings, it's actually quite comfortable. Right? It's pretty easy. If you've ever done a lot of side mount harness fitting, you know that just putting one together, your hands feel raw with some of the materials that these are made from, and that did not happen with this. Okay, that's probably my biggest complaint with the webbing, like the razor system. And granted, with any of these systems, you can swap out the webbing. It's a pain in the butt, but it's not like unheard of. It's not a make or break kind of thing, but it's nice when a harness is just sold with a good webbing. On my razor, like this, I swear that this stuff feels like sandpaper. It's horrible to adjust and move things around. So that was something that I really struggled with when I first was getting it set up. It did not want to move, and like especially now that these have been in place for so long, trying to get this to stay in a different spot is like, I mean, it's possible for sure, right? But I mean, this is really old webbing too, mind you, okay? So that's not like super fair, but it's pretty accurate actually when it was brand new. Like it's hard to work with. One thing that I do like about the razor harness is that the hardware is so small, it packs up really, really tiny. Nex has slightly bigger pieces. So if you can see here, oh gosh, this is the shoulder plate. So this is much bigger, but it also gives you more options for configuration. So
you could put a back plate or a single tank adapter on the back of that and then dive with the tank on your back.
So that's kind of a trade-off. Overall, this is still a small kit and it packs down small, great for travel, but that is one thing to consider. Then we get to bladders. The cool thing about Nex is that it's completely customizable. You can have this 26-pound triangular wing, which has this super tough backside so that you can easily go into, you know, wrecks and caves without worrying about punctures. I mean, obviously you want to still be careful, but it's very tough material. You can also choose to go with, I tend to call these diapers just because of the way that they like sit on my body. But this is a 16-pound lift, and this is great for if you're just going to be diving side mount with single tank. And speaking of customization, you can order the Nex harness in H or Y configuration. Now I have mine set up in Y, and that means that the shoulder straps connect down to the low back plate, and the shoulder straps become the waist belt. Okay, it's one continuous strap. The H configuration have the shoulder straps come down to connect to hardware on the waistband. So they're separate. There are pros and cons to both configurations. I chose the Y harness because I am a very tiny person and there's limited real estate on my waistband. Think about it. If the shoulder straps have to come down and connect to hardware on my waistband, that's space that I lose. So I would not be able to dive with aluminum tanks and the sliding D-ring if I had it set up in an H configuration. Hopefully that makes sense. You can see the H configuration on Nexa's website because they do it often for people who are diving steel tanks. Steel tanks get set up further back, and so you wouldn't be using sliding D-rings anyway. Now, if you are a larger person and you have more real estate on your waist belt, then that may not be an issue. You may be able to do both steels and have a sliding D-ring on each side for aluminums without any problem. If you've been following along with my side mount videos, I have had fixed D-rings on my harnesses in the past. My Razor is set up 2 D-rings on the waist belt for aluminum tanks. One is for when the tank is full and the other one is for when the tank has emptied enough and it starts floating. And that's to keep the tank trim with your body the whole dive. I was okay with this setup for a long time, primarily because it was impossible to get anything to slide on this webbing. Once I switched over to the necks with this Cordura webbing, it's been really lovely to have a sliding D-ring, just because I can have things set up and in alignment at any point during the dive. One final thing that I didn't mention that is a big difference between these two, the Razor has a redundant bladder inside of it. That's what this hose is supposed to be. I could not get a mouthpiece to stay on this to save my life. Like, I was always losing them, so I didn't love that. And I found that the redundant bladder just tended to, because I kept losing the mouthpiece, but it just tended to like fill with water. You never use the redundant bladder, so you don't know what kind of condition it's in. Honestly, like I liked this design for a long time because I thought that that was a really thoughtful piece of design for the Razor, but now I don't love that. I would rather add on an extra bladder for technical diving than to rely on a redundant system that doesn't have the best like closure and deflate capabilities. Now I'm going to walk you through how I have my harness set up right now. Let's take a tour. Oh boy, we're going to need a light because we are backlit as hell. All right, we're going to start at the top with my D-rings. So what I have here are 2 D-rings. And this is my right shoulder. And then over on my left shoulder, I have 1 D-ring and my bungee attachment. It is a fixed bungee attachment. The reason I have this set up like this is because I like to have my bungee set up. This is my tank bungee, just so you know. This is a singular bungee that wraps around both tanks. I like to have my tank bungee attached to a bolt snap because I will take this off and use this to carry my fins when I'm shore diving. I unclip this, I put the heel strap from my fins onto this bungee, I'll reclip it, and that holds it there while I walk to the water. This is not a common thing for people to do, I just really like it. So this D-ring is set up to be primarily just for this clip, for my bungee. Right now you can see that I'm storing my inflator hose there, but this will eventually go onto the other side when I'm wearing the harness. It's just there for now for storage. This D-ring is for my long hose. Before, I had everything clipped onto one D-ring. It was too messy with everything clipped onto one, so I just added this one above so that my long hose stays out of the way, so it's easy to clip, unclip, all of that. Now the D-ring over on my left side, I already showed you this. When I'm actually diving, my inflator hose will go over there. This is set up for dry suit diving at the moment, which is why it's connected to this side. This will eventually be connected to my right tank, and that's to make sure that my dry suit is connected to my primary left tank. If I'm diving in a wetsuit, I just switch this. The inflator hose would come from this side, right? I would swap out this dump valve and put the inflator hose over here, and then it would connect to this side, which is my right shoulder. Moving right along. I have my weight system on the back, which is a combo of weight pockets for soft weight. So that's this guy here. And then these are quite cool. We're gonna get the light in there. I've talked about different kinds of weight plates for side mount, really anything with webbing. And these are the ones that Nex makes. So I just have them set up on the harness where I need them, and I can add and subtract weight depending on the exposure suit that I'm wearing or the tanks that I'm using. Like I said before, this is a Y setup, so the shoulders go directly into the waistband. And again, I have these weight plates, which are great. I have the drop D-rings, and Nex does have other options for these, like angled ones, so you can look into that. And then another weight plate and my sliding D-ring. On the other side, I have the same thing set up, so weight plate, drop D-ring, another weight plate, sliding D-ring, and then this is probably the coolest thing. Look at that. So that's a clip with Azul Unlimited on it. The way that the bladder gets connected, I've just got this simple piece here, and that connects to the elastic on the other side. Okay, and that goes around the body. The crotch strap, we have this hardware here, how this is set up, and it is bungeed to the low point of the wing, okay, just like other harnesses would be. And then we go down the crotch strap, and we've got that hardware for a scooter. Just to show you the back of this, there is a dump valve at the middle of the back, which I need to get rid of that little tab just because I want to delete any entanglement issues. Okay, those tabs are great for recreational diving when you're diving with thick gloves or dry gloves, but for what I'm doing, I want to get rid of it. And then it has other dump valve on the other side. And again, super tough outer material. So that's it. That's what I'm currently diving with. I also have their Monterey regulators set up for side mount diving. I love all of their pieces, so highly recommend. I know a lot of you guys dive different side mount harnesses, so I'd love to hear what you think about this design and how I have it set up. Be kind, but if you have suggestions, please leave them. Aside from that, thank you so much for watching, and subscribe if you're not subscribed already. And if you want to become a part of the Azul Unlimited Patreon community, I would greatly appreciate that. My patrons are the best people in the whole wide world. Also, if you're interested in side mount diving and you would like to take a course from me, I am officially teaching. Obviously, that's limited to where I am in the world, but if you'd like to learn from me, please reach out to my email. Okay, love you, bye! Here. This is not very stable. I don't know why I don't just like get out my tripod. Like, I own a tripod. I don't know why I don't do it. Okay. Now this looks a little bit wonky at the moment. It's hanging a little bit funny. It should be like that. That's even. You can't even see. There's my light. Oh my God. Production value is top tier. There is a very large truck driving by. Thank you for stopping by. Oh my gosh, that like is making things vibrate in here. This place is so noisy. Last night, somebody pulled up right next to me at like 1:30 in the morning, blasting music. It's a Sunday night. Like, why? Why do you do that?